In this video set, this is all about working between ZBrush and Cinema 4D, specifically for rigging and to set up pose morphs. And this is a whole set of videos that gets around certain issues and really creates a nice seam flowing workflow. The first thing is geometry. This geometry is made from ZBrush, so it's made with the auto retopology. And for the most part it's fine sometimes, but it will create some nasty geometry down the center here sometimes, like a pole. You want to eliminate this right from the beginning. Poles cause problems down from the center of the body. You should be able to double click and get a line going around the whole entire body like this through the center. Also, when you select the center, you should be seeing the zero in the x-axis. That will give you a good indication that everything's good. Really importantly, go to mesh, command, and then optimize mesh. What this will do is it will make sure that there's no floating points that are left behind, and that it is 100% symmetrical. I can't overemphasize this more, because this is going to have an impact on weighting. It's going to have an impact on post morphs later on. So what we need to do is we need to remove one side from the other. It's easily done because we've got the half of the model selected in our selection set. So we will just double click. We've got half the model selected, which happens to be the right side. So what I want to do is I want to select my left morph and then disclude anything from the right side by right clicking and then clicking selected to base. What that basically means, it's going to basically revert it back to the base pose again. In other words, there's going to be no morph applied to that side. Now in the PSD, sometimes you'll find that your duplicate that you've created isn't turned on. We need to turn this on. And also the orient and blend is set to 0. We want to have that to 100%. Now that you've done this, you want to save up. And when you go down, you'll see both of the arms are responding. Now here's the thing, if I go to say 20, let's go to frame 30, a whole number. If I was to grab this joint here and rotate this back to where it was originally, you'll notice that the other side will not be affected. So let's just do that. We'll put this shoulder down as well, back to where it was. Zero this off and set a keyframe. Okay, so what you'll see now is you'll see that this has not affected the morph for this side, even though I put the arm and shoulder down. You can see this. So I go between frame 20 and 30. You'll see the morph is applied only to one side. So we've got a correctional morphs working perfectly. When you're doing the legs, you want to make sure that your symmetry still exists down through the center here. So you would go down through here, make sure your symmetry hasn't been upset in any way, because this again can cause problems. And then this is the stage where you would go ahead and start to do some morph corrections, not morph corrections, I mean weighting. That's it. We're just going to work on one side. Okay, good. Seems the center vertices are all in place where they should be. Let's see if I can smooth this without losing its center point. Okay, that's fine. So we've done our smoothing here, just checking that the center line down the middle hasn't been altered. And then we're ready to go on to the next stage, which is the correctional areas for this. So the same thing again. But this time I'm going to be working with just Cinema 4D to do this. That's just drop the tool. We go to our pose morph. Go to our tag edit. We create a brand new. This time we can go straight to our correctional. Make sure it's in place, and then we can just start to work on one side. This is the way to do it just in Cinema 4D. Just be careful you don't select any of the vertices anywhere else, was that can cause a problem. Most definitely can. Okay, we'll go back to our pose morph. I'm going to use my selection set again. I want to remove anything that I may have done or altered on to the other side from this. So we'll go selected to base pose, and anything that I altered the other side wrongly will be put back to base pose, and that's exactly what it did. It looks as though I did mess around with the other side somewhat, doing something. But it's returned it. All that one side is returned. That's good. Once you've done that, you can then go to this, and I'm going to call this fire left up. I'm going to copy that. We're going to paste it. Fight right up, as it's so called. The difference here is the fight right up, we will right click and we go to flip X, so that it will apply it on the opposite side. Make sure you put post deformers on. At the moment we've got both drivers from both sides doing the same thing. Let's just check this out. Both sides have been applied now, but the joints again, we have to sort them out. So we go to the joints, we select drivers, we're on the left side here. We go up and you'll see that it's targeting the left, and it's also included the right, so we will just select the left side. And it's a good idea to lock the screen at the bottom there when you're doing this, and you set drivers and just lock the screen there. Do the other side, right, select drivers, go to the top, and this is for the right side. Set drivers, and that's it. Then we go to animate, we go to PSD, make sure that it's turned on and that we've got this orient 100%, and now we should have the morph applied both sides.